A big thanks to Bernhard for sponsoring this episode.
Have you ever tried putting sweet soy sauce on your pork belly? Let me show you how magic really works. There are two reasons that you're actually watching this video. One, you love sweet soy sauce, otherwise known as ketjap manis. Or you're curious and you're thinking, what is he up to? What's going to happen now? Both's going to be answered. We're going to take you on a journey of the sweet soy ketjap manis world. And on the other hand, I'm going to show you all the beauty you can find. The magic starts with this big box and with what's inside. Namely, this beautiful pork belly. This pork belly comes from a heritage pig out of the Netherlands. And why am I specifically naming the heritage pig? Because it has so much flavor. This is a really nice looking pork belly and it might look a little messy at first glance, but in reality, this is exactly how we want it. All these nooks and crannies are gonna make for a delicious treat. And I'm gonna start by making a rub for it. 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of paprika powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, and half a tablespoon of garlic powder. I'm gonna mix this all up, and this is the PitmasterX Classics barbecue rub. Of course, you can find this rub recipe on pitmasterx.com along with many others. Now it's time to let the magic happen. I'm gonna take my favorite brand of ketjap manis and I'm going to drip it all over that pork belly. Now don't be shy, put a lot of that stuff on. Once you rubbed it in and it's all sauced up, sprinkle on that PitmasterX Classic barbecue rub. Of course, you gotta hit it both sides and it's ready to go on the barbecue. I'm gonna be cooking my pork belly on the Bernhard flint and I'm gonna be doing it just like my ribs. In this case, I'm gonna be using cherry pellets. And I did an experiment with these cherry pellets and they give off a supreme smoke flavor. Now I'm gonna let this run at a temperature of 120 degrees Celsius for around 3 hours. Our pork belly has been smoking for around 3 hours and we picked up a beautiful red mahogany smoke color. I'm so happy with the depth of the color that's been given by the ketjap manis and the barbecue rub. Make sure that I keep all the juices that are in this beautiful piece of meat. So I'm gonna put it in some aluminum foil, fold it together, and then put it back on my Bernhard flint. In the meantime, I'm going to make a brine for my side dish. I'm going to start with a cup of water, a cup of white wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 cloves of garlic, a quarter onion, 2 bay leaves, and a teaspoon ground black pepper. I'm going to bring that to a boil and let it cool down again. Then I'm going to set it in a large tray, put in some carrots that I cut in half and let that sit for a couple of hours. Once they're fully brined, you cook them, then grind them down into a puree, and the first ingredient of this plate is done. Time to get another pan out, put some beef fat in, put some shiitake mushrooms in, a little bit of garlic, salt and pepper, bake them until they're golden brown, make some easy mashed potatoes, and all your preparations are done. After 1.5 hours of being wrapped on the grill, pork belly hit a core temperature of 92 degrees Celsius. I let it rest for around 30 minutes and now it's ready to be unpacked. Let's take a look. Whoa, that pork belly. And I got so much juice sitting at the bottom here. This pork belly has been cooked in its own juice. Imagine if I wouldn't have wrapped that. I would have lost all of it. Let's take it out and slice it up. Let's take a look inside. Whoa, that pork belly is absolutely super soft. Slicing it up like a brisket, looking absolutely gorgeous. All right, time to plate this thing up. And I want an absolute beautiful plate because we created something very tasty and now it's gotta look the part. So I'm gonna start with a couple of these pork belly cuts. Look, nice and squared up. And I got a few strings here, but I actually kind of like that. So I'm gonna leave that in. Take another one, put it right there. A little space in between. There we go. Beautiful threesome. And of course I got puree. A little bit of that puree on each side, building up that color. Some of that mashed potato puree as well. Now we're gonna dress that up with our beautiful fried shiitake mushrooms. And look at that. These mushrooms, they actually look more like flowers. Because of the bad weather, everything is starting to look cold already. But hey, you gotta work with what you got. Preferably, if you can do it, just do it in the house so you can keep your plate nice and warm. A little bit of green, stick it in between there. And now, here comes the magic. We got all that gravy that's sitting right here, waiting for us to put it to some good use. And I want to get the stuff that's on the bottom. So I'm not looking for the grease, I'm just looking for the stuff that's on the bottom that's flavor, all pure flavor. So that's going around, on top, and that's how you create a beautiful dish. This is ketjap pork belly, smoked to perfection with a nice pickled carrot puree, plated to perfection. We got a beautiful smoke ring, we got juiciness, everything that you want. Now the big question is, what does it taste like?
You have defeated my pork belly.
And this is what I love about pork belly cooked the right way. If you cook it to 92 degrees, 94 degrees, just like a brisket, you're rendering down all that hard fat. So it becomes much lighter to digest because, let's be real, there's a lot of fat in this product. But if you cook it this way, it becomes something really tasty and light. And with all the beautiful flavors that we put in the outside, with the ketchup, with the PitmasterX classic barbecue rub, it's just a really insane good dish.
This is so good. Smoke ring, ketchup mayonnaise, Asian flavors, but also barbecue flavors, like real barbecue flavors. That's where the classic barbecue rub comes in really, really good. This is something to try. Can we dig in?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you know what I'm curious about?
The shiitake?
No, yeah, but really the carrots.
Here we go.
Where to begin? Crunch from the shiitake. The secret is I fried it with beef tallow from the brisket, Wagyu brisket, F1 Wagyu brisket from Australia.
Seriously.
Seriously.
This is, the carrots are almost like an orange.
Yeah.
It's so weird, it's so amazing.
It's really bright, flavorful.
If you told me this is mango or an orange,
No.
I would believe it.
Pickled.
Pickled, that's the way to go.
Pickled is the key. Nobody will ever assume you pickled your carrots. Who pickles their carrots? Nobody. That's why you need to do it. Are you going or am I going?
I'm going. I'm gonna
Morrison.
pickle them.
Morrison is going home. He's gonna pickle his carrots right now. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I want to say a big thank you to the patrons and the YouTube members. You guys freaking rock. Oh. Hope you guys enjoyed the dish, and if you did, then you know what to do. Go to the website, check out the recipe, download it, print it, save it in your little book, and start cooking. That's all I want you to do. Start cooking, man. See you guys next time. Until then,
Eetsmakelijk.
and keep on grilling.